everybody, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. It is the Bella Bunny. Hi. We're resuming our date with Brian today, so let's take a look and see how we're gonna progress. Hopefully we can seduce this beautiful ginger bear. Okay. We should cool it with dad competition. Gotta keep it light. No, you don't. Tell one of your classic jokes. Ask about his daughter. Stare him down, unblinking. I think a fellow dad would appreciate a dad joke. So, oh, I got love hearts. A three-legged dog walks into a bar. Uh-huh. And he goes up to the bartender and says, I'm looking for the man who shot my leg. Is that how it goes? No, but I refuse to admit it. Yes, it's one of those anti-jokes. It's very avant-garde, you know? Oh, so it's supposed to not be funny? Sure. You know, the more I play this game, the more I identify as this dad that I'm playing. Oh, God. I take a long sip of my drink. I'm gonna do that right now. Here's some ASMR for you. I'm sure that sounded gross. See, we can keep things friendly here. This is perfectly pleasant. I could do this all night. Because I feel an innate need to impress Brian and prove I'm better than him, obviously. That's the only reason. I think. Let's keep it moving. Ooh, ask about his dog, complain about kids these days, or compliment his beard. Well, I am a big gay man trapped in a panda's body. Thank you, my husband. Truer words have never been spoken. Well, I do love a good beard. Your beard is... Oh, I got the... Ooh. I got the, aubergines. Your beard is nice. It looks very healthy. Thanks. I grew it myself. Hey, you're not allowed to dad joke another dad. Yes, you are. It turns me on. Is this how our daughters feel all the time? I'm upset. I'm dad. No! I mean, you walked right into that one. That's dad joke 101. Listen, buddy, I took dad joke 101 years ago. I'm in the 400 level classes and well on my way to a degree in fart humor. Wow, Amanda must be so proud. She is not. I look around the room and taking all the kitchen decor, looking for something else to comment on. There's a giant fish hanging above Brian and I gesture to it. Cool fish. It's definitely fake. What, really? Everything in here is fake. That palm tree over there is just a ficus with plastic coconuts glued to it. Oh, that poor ficus. Look over. He's right. But I also was caught something like that fish once. Mine was bigger, though. Of course it was. Oh, really? Yep. I went on a trip to Hawaii maybe a decade ago. We were out in the sea for 3 days, catching fish, drinking beer. You know, guy stuff. We had a hot plate on the boat so we could sear the fish right after we caught it. Throw a little bit of salt and lemon on there. Oh man, that's some of the best food I've ever had. That actually sounds amazing. No, I agree. Well, it was the last day. Everyone had gone to bed already, but I was out there watching the stars. I'm lying out too. And all of a sudden it just starts running. So I jump on the reel before it gets ripped out of the rod rack and start fighting with the damn thing. I'm out there for maybe an hour. Can't call out to my shipmates. It's just man against nature. Finally, I'm starting to tucker the guy out. I get him up to the surface and finally get a sight of it. The biggest marlin I've ever seen. Hemingway-esque. I get onto the boat single-handedly. Okay, pause for a second. I love the line Hemingway-esque to describe this because it immediately conjured this thing of the biggest marlin I've ever seen. Wow. You know what happens next? What happens next? The damn thing smacks me in the face with its tail, knocks me out. I wake up the next morning on the deck. Fish is gone. Never felt dumber. So it got away? I think there's another version of me that would have spent the rest of my life trying to catch that fish, Captain Ahab style. I am in love with this man. I'm sure Daisy would be supportive. Oh man, fishing's the life. Haven't got enough lately. You go fishing? Actually, I have a confession to make. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I having this inexplicable urge to be vulnerable with him? I can't tell him I'm terrible at fishing. I lean in close. I'm amazing at fishing. I'm the best at fishing. No one can outfish me. I'm simply the best out there. Okay, since you're such a pro, I'm taking you fishing. You wanna go fishing? Wait, don't answer that. Yes, you do. We're going fishing. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Come on, it'll be a blast. I know the perfect little fishing spot. I'll bring some beers. We can just sit back, relax, and reel in some trout. We'll bring the kids with us. Come on, you know you want to. I sigh. I've been cornered. Yeah, okay. Brian gives me an exuberant high five. Yes! Maybe we'll see who can catch the most fish so I can get you mowing my lawn. You just want to see me in my short shorts mowing your lawn, and I'm all down for that? Hello? I'm falling in love with this fictional dad. Help me. You could try to beat me, but they don't call me Ken good at catching fish bunny for nothing. I'm spinning a web of lies that I fear will one day consume me. I'm adding that to the quotes. I don't even care. Excellent. All right, that's added to my quotes. Sounds like it'll be a scrap. Brian and I finish the drinks and head outside. Till next time. Ah! This is a great opportunity for friendship. I'm real excited. Kiss my bass, Brian. I'm gonna go with I'm real excited. Okay. To catch way more fish than you, Brian. Brian extends his hand and gives you a friendly but firm handshake. I see that competitive fire in his eyes. This is gonna become a whole thing, isn't it? Yep. Once Brian takes over babysitting duties, Amanda walks home with me. She immediately plops down on the couch and flips on TV. So how was your hang with Brian? He wasn't too spicy about his crushing defeat, was he? Nah, he was pretty gracious about it. Like, frustratingly gracious. Yeah, how dare that guy have some decency? Come on, Dad, he seems like a neat dude. I think so. I don't know. The guy loves a good competition. But then again, apparently so do I. What'd you and Daisy end up doing? Huh. Oh, we hunted for treasure a bit, but Daisy was really adamant about not digging without a permit, so we just watched some documentary about theoretical physics. I put her to bed and then sat around eating Brian's food. Don't tell him I said that. That's standard babysitting protocol, I believe. It is. I really liked hanging out with Daisy. She's super mature for her age. Yeah, Brian says she has a hard time relating to other kids. She kind of reminds me of you at her age. Although she doesn't bite people as much as you did. This game keeps calling me out. I can't believe I'm finally the cool older kid. It feels good. You gonna hang out with Brian again? That's the thing. He wants to go fishing with me. Oh. I told him I was an amazing fisherman. You hate fishing. I know. I'm kind of panicking. I'm sure it'll be fine. All you have to do is wake up at the crack of dawn and sit silently in a boat in a lake for hours on end with no promise of a tangible reward, your only companion being the fear and doubt you harbor deep within your heart. Fishing's fun. You'll remind yourself as the world darkens around you and you wonder if it really you staring back at yourself in the lake's reflection or simply the abyss. Yeah, laugh it up, Amanda. You're coming with us. It is my constitutional right to outright refuse this order. Daisy's coming too. Well, I bet I could convince Brian to bring his dog. Fine. Sold. I'm in. Alright. I'm bushed. Gonna call it a night. Don't stay up too late, okay? You got it, pups. Nice. Oh. I got an S rank on my date! Hell yeah, brother! I don't even know what that means! Just know I got an S rank and I'm amazing. I am not looking up a cheat, by the way. I am literally, like, just playing this the way that I actually would. So, obviously, I'm very good at bears. I can't believe I just said that. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. Oh my god. The nice mail person slides a couple letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. Huh. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda! She yells through the door. What?! I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Come back later. Okay, just thought you want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. Anne? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie! That's amazing! I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview and your photography is incredible.
Oh no.
Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HI was one of our expensive schools Amanda applied to, but I know she has her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course! Amanda hugs me again. Yes. Thanks, Dad! Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice. Whatever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the Bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring a student ID, and Amanda, slow down. You got choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors, and we get all the professional photo editing software for free? It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. What are my roommates gonna be? You could take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent the semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Ooh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake. Maybe both. Would a snake eat a rabbit, though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. Huh? He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No! I want to put a dampener on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous icy roads to cross. Don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now and you're such a good person and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Oh, it's so sweet. This is another reason I love this game. Is it's nice to like, it's just nice. It's a nice game. Ken, listen, this is you from the past. Whoa, how'd this happen? Huh? I figure you're trying to reply to this because I know myself, but this is an automated message from me earlier this morning when it was socially acceptable to go out and buy ice cream. I forgot I did that. I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable, but unfortunately this isn't the society we live in. And it's less the society we live in and more me projecting my own anxiety about being judged onto others, but you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it is a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Be good, me. Buy that ice cream. This is me. You know what? I've earned a treat. On the way home, I decided to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully planned to eat directly from the tub. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out just what type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road, pistachio. Oh, Amanda's probably gonna want some too. Better get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turned around to see Ernest leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest? You're cool, right? I'm so cool. I'm shocked to even have to ask, dude meister. Oh god, I asked the wrong person. Could you just help me out? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So if I give you 20 bucks, will you buy me e-liquid? Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like, Gatorade, you know? Electrolyte liquid. I get it myself, but I'm banned from here for trying to run a grift on the cashier. A classic fiddle game. You know the deal. Oh, if you talk about balanced electrolytes, then I've got you, little buddy. I didn't know you played the fiddle. Just ask the clerk for blue, cran, raspberry, Bordex. He'll know what it is. I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself and a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. I search around for some blue craze and void stare, but can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. Say, where's your finest e-liquid? On the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter is older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. I'm switched shampoo recently. Is this taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Wait a minute. Are you just trying to butter me up to get me to buy more ice cream? Because it's working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring at me. Double wait a minute! So you're telling me that e-liquid is not a sports drink? It's for vaping. I don't remember vaping being in the original game, but that could be me. Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid a piece of my mind. I see. Okay, look. I'm gonna pretend that you didn't try to trick me into buying you the old Baphomet's cough syrup and then go inside here to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram. And stop vaping! You'll get popcorn lung. If I give you 25 bucks. Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from microwave popcorn, you know! I no longer trust this child, but the mere notion strikes fear into my heart. You can't. I go back inside to complete my purchase with the good cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub. I glance out the window wall to see that Ernest's still outside. Look like he's talking to some other poor sap. Guess I should go outside and save this guy some grief. Wait a second, that's definitely a cop. Oh boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest story face down on the hood of a squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy e-liquid? You know this kid. I promise he's a good kid, even though my daughter would absolutely disagree with me. I said he goes to school, my daughter. I'm this boy's father. I turn around and see Robert walking up the street towards a convenience store. Huh. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember that you're not required to answer any questions from a police officer without a lawyer present. Also, he's a minor? So that got something to do with it, too? He's this boy's father? Oh. Yes, sir. Ernest flashed out at me like this ever since the accident. Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye. It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. New metal was still in style. Ernest and I were down on the floor of the swampland, scavenging for... Sir, I can leave you to take it from here. Oh. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week thanks to this transgression. Police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks. I want to say, Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life. Just trying to do my good deed for the day. You buy me e-liquid if I give you 20 bucks? Child, I will end you! Huh. Hey, Ken, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure. Hey. Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is the thing I think kids do. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Hey. Seems like he tortures just about everybody. He even stole your wallet. What? No, he did. I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. He stole my wallet. Why are you doing this to yourself? What? Robert points at my tubs of ice cream. One of them is for Amanda. I have no qualms with the quantity of ice cream you purchased. It's a perfectly respectable amount of ice cream. It's the quality I'm talking about. You work hard, Ken. You're a good dad. Don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? But these were on sale. I'm having a fucking crisis here. If you're gonna treat yourself, go big or go home. Real vanilla bean. Real pistachio. You deserve it. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his home. That boy is the reason we don't have prizes and cereal anymore. Catch you around, Ken. Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. I stole it back. Oh my god, Robert, why are you so hot? Keep it in your front pocket or use a chain like back in your ska days. Smell you later. See you, Robert. I go back inside my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream and also Amanda. Holy shit.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay. Well, I'm messaging Brian. Oh, I have a message from Brian. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. And my lawn could use another good mowing. That'll show him. Brian responds back, let me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up in an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda. Amanda comes into the room for the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. This child is me! I didn't raise you like that! What? It's called string cheese and not chomp cheese for a reason, Amanda. Oh! I thought he meant, like, not string cheese, but like an actual cheese stick, like the doughy ones. Because I do that. Or I used to anyway. You just called me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. Then I become a master of fishing overnight. You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Though I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line outside the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Oh, of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's just... He just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposely reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him in his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening here. Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay. Sleep. I am wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It's still dark out. I had no idea what was going on. Before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On a long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. This game got too fucking real right now. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see the land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. Use wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. I told to wake to the sound of my alarm! It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. No word of a lie, that thing scared me. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Take that off. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda. I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be earned 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Ken sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles into Maxwell and Daisy immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole's in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I am digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusty pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing, then opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. I step out the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great, still in one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest on the Maxwell. Oh, good! Safety first! Woof woof! Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself! Hot. What the fuck? No! Hang on. My face crashed. Sorry. Restarting my face. Hate it when my face crashes. Hello? There we go. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy. We're still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks in the water. Amanda hurls a rock in the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water! Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts a life vest around himself and we throw all our equipment in the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves into the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. That is a true fact. Also, beavers are active at dusk and dawn. How I know this is I have a beaver pond right next to my house. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see, you can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whack Master 2000? That's limited edition! But, if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit! The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker's a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish, fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts it in the lake. Oh boy. Now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and the pole in my hand. Put some bait on the hook, insult the fish, or stretch before physical activity. I like the third one because I think it's funny. Because I'm such a pro fisherman, I anticipate a lot of quick physical movements over the course of this fishing session. To prepare for such activities, I will now stretch my body so that it is limber and ready for battle. That's very responsible of you. I do a few calf stretches, some bicep pulls, and crack my neck several times. I bend over and try to touch my toes, but I just can't make it happen. I can barely get the tips of my fingers past my shins. Alright, my nubile body is now lithe and pliant, perfect for wrangling every trout in this lake with my bare hands. Now what? Perform a fish mating call, tie a knot or something, or meditate. I'm gonna perform a fish mating call. Oh, you didn't like that. As you probably already know, fish also respond positively when tempted with a call potential mate. Observe. Gazing out at the lake, I prepare my call. Come fertilize these eggs, baby! Let me get that tail, you slimy fish. You got a hot pectoral fin. Okay, I'm officially uncomfortable. All part of the territory, Brian. I guarantee those fish are horned up and ready to get caught. I just cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Oh, I hate that I failed that. Okay, alright. Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. I need to match 3 of the same species. I can't tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
Yep.
Now you're fishing.
It's okay. I do this a lot.
Now you're fishing.
We're gonna... oh god, I can't. My brain isn't fucking working anymore. Help!
Nice catch. Rainbow trout. Nice match.
Okay, and,
Match of the day.
I like that match of the day.
Catch of the day. Now you're fishing.
Oh, that's a smallmouth bass. Okay, sorry. Oh, my brain. Come on, brain! Oh my god, help me! I've suddenly gone colorblind. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Nice catch. Match of the day. Nice catch.
Oh god, this matching puzzle where they're all wiggling is actually hurting my brain.
Nice catch. Nice catch. Catch of the day. Rainbow trout.
I wonder if I could actually get like a rainbow trout combo, but I don't think I have enough.
Now you're fishing.
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough.
Match of the day. Nice match.
I got an S rank! Yeah! Good work. Oh, well, good for me. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. Look over to Brian, he's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand, reflexively tuck upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hides me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian caught. That pole saw's mine. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced on the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I remember that there was actually no option to take the life vest, and I disagree with that. I finally dragged upward, sputtering water. All our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time.
I don't know about that.
You alright? Does that count as one?
Oh.
Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. I'm gonna go get a fire started so we can dry off. Want a hand me yours? Yeah, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I'd done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. Might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day is young, we can fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. Are you happy to see me? I have a small child. I'm flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and accepts the cargo short granola. And now, we're back to waiting. Where'd the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They'll probably establish a small rural government by this point and install themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun crusting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Fake out throw? Break the stick in half to assert dominance, or throw the stick towards the woods. Throw a stick! I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, consequently, is not very fast. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Ken. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world's champion at fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Butt pats, scratch behind his ear, rub that belly! Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it.
Ah, shucks.
I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where are my belly rubs? I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. Oh yeah. When I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. Watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeeze a bit of lemon on them, and fry them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods looking totally unscathed. Whoa! Dad bod patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both a citation and demand you put your shirts back on. They're a children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Poop. Where you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. I expected you guys to be more covered in, like, fun stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. That's cute. We take a seat around the fire and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. Never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Hardin family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there in the lake and then I accidentally tipped over the boat. Don't worry, all the gear floated to the surface so we didn't lose anything. Right, Ken? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even out-humbles me. Should I beat me at everything? Including my world-famous sense of humility. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the backseat. Poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Be an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad in the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window, and the lone rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I open my eyes and realize I dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. I'm ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Pride chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Man and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. Long day. Yup. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish and... Oh, stop! Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you. But you're kinda dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad? You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I am a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Date complete. I don't know if I got an S rank. I fucked up that one thing. Ah! My A! Yeah, I fucked up the fish. Oh well. I got an A. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turned off all the lights and walked down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass a room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make it out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I opened the door. In the dark, I could see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, nails hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No! Nothing happened! Go away! Amanda. Get out! Okay, okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. Why was I so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's just open to me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toasted lever up, takes her still freeze-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table, look at a picture of Amanda and I hang it on a wall. And I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. She started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. Let's put the bike away. She just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. I took her for ice cream. It was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? You come here for a sec? It's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad, it took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over again. The cake says, sorry, you're sad, but I support you 100%. This is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. Well, I'm listening. You want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R... The other one? I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one. Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? She's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you! I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them after the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Mad sighs. Then one day I'd invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put the phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching him, and I realize that Noah has his arms around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss! No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she does. And Emma R just, like, glares at me. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one? I know! Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything. I was just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed. I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day. And immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking why they'd been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on. And sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following me? What did MR say? Ooh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Maddie pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend. She's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then... Wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because they're red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everyone and stuff. I know exactly where this is going. I have been a teenage girl. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me, is like, how could you say that about me? I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her in the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think he lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everyone dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everyone else, but Emma R has been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. As mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time? Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Okay, this is good. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. All three are true, but I think in this case, real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting in the effort to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this is way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up and goes to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yeah? Thank you. You are always welcome.
I love you too, Dad.
I love you too, Dad. Oh.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I felt that a lot. Because when I was in high school, I had a very bad time with health issues, especially in my last year. If you've been around, you probably know. And everyone ditched me. I had to beg for people to come see me in hospital. They all went on a grad trip that that I was planning with them without me. And it hurt like a bitch. But that made me realize that they were bastards. Horrible, horrible people. That weren't my friends, you know? What did I do? Like Amanda, I went to college and I started over. I had no friends. I had none left from then that were in my school. I had internet friends, but they all lived like in different countries. But I started over again. I genuinely did. Reinvented myself, new me. And I ended up a lot better off. So that advice that I gave in the game is 100% what I would give to anyone. Real friends don't do that. They always have your back. And if anyone in your life actually does something like that to you, fuck them. They're not your friends. And you don't have to have people hanging around you 24/7 to have a fulfilling life. You really don't. Friends will be there even if you haven't spoken to them for half a year. And I really hope that if you're in that kind of situation, that you realize how wonderful you are and how shitty those people are. Fuck them. Dump them. You can get better friends. And you can be amazing. There are people out there who will know that. Anyway, let's get back to trying to date hot dads. That was a bit deep. Hugo, Damien, hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to artwork downtown. We're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can't I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I've gotta destroy this computer. Ken, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive, but once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Ken, you wanna go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see that art. Let's see that art. These are optional. I don't need to do them if I don't want to date them, but it's fun to kind of do. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing amongst all these fancy art people. Ken? I turn around. It's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art, appreciator? Appreciatist? Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I guess he invited you too? Yep. Admittedly a little out of my depth here. Thank God, I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know, thank God. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister.
Oh.
The points get you in heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look around and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve.
Oh.
Evening, friends.
Oh.
Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead and nothing is real. You'll fit right in. Art is dead and nothing is real. You'll fit right in. All you have to know is that you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. I genuinely love the humor in this game. I genuinely love it. It's so me. It's so me. Oh. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself with some tiny wines. Let's get cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. I think I need to cheese it up before I delve into art appreciation. Good idea. Appreciating art does burn a lot of calories. Gotta carb up on those crackers. Joseph and I sidle up to the snack table. There's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes, and cheese. I'm sorry, what? Well, it depends. I mean, I would rather have white wine with cheese. Yeah, white wine. Okay, fine. I was gonna say something nasty, but never mind. This is more my speed. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't eat dinner. I think I could probably just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. I already ate dinner, but I will always have room for cheese. Fucking men. That's me right there. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna claim that this is my face, and I'm gonna put this everywhere. I already ate dinner, but I will always have room for cheese. Aw, yeah. I'm going in for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. I don't think anyone's paying attention. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo.
Hey.
Right. Let me just fill this cup with cheese first for the road. Road cheese?
Hey.
The best kind. I agree. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge painting of, I'm not sure, hang off the walls. Oh jeez. What am I looking at here?
Hey.
This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting. Concentrating as hard as I can at this meeting. It was a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I feel like the artist was trying to make a different statement. Probably how much you like butts. You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures. Even butts.
Oh.
Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the state of isolation he feels, creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow, how do you figure that? That's what it says on the placard. Oh. I still got a few more of these. Walk around the gallery, sampling more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let the work be defined by, what's the word, realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Pfft, I could do that. Excuse me?
What?
Hugo, not here.
Oh.
No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him.
Oh.
You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. I hate people like this. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smoothed his jacket. I'm sorry. I just love art very much. No wonder your son's weird. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No.
Oh.
It's wine and cheese. Cosign. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actually wine and cheese.
Oh.
We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it going to be any weirder than this art?
How
It is
delightful.
absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. I love this. Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Norm McDonald.
So... Did that guy just say Norm McDonald? Wow. Quick question. Shoot. What is happening?
Yeah.
I second this question.
Oh.
Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Bunny. Butts. fear of existence, the very humanity of being human. They really like screaming or butts? What do you think they're trying to say?
Yeah.
I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. Pausing for a second here. I know almost nobody likes Shia LaBeouf, but I have actually found his performance art to be exceptionally compelling, and I don't normally like performance art. But my favorite of his was the time he rented out a cinema, and it was to watch all the movies he's ever been in reverse chronological order. And it was open invitation. Everyone could come join him. So like if you were in the area, you could come into the actual theater and stay as long as you wanted. And he had to stay there the entire time. So like he was there the whole time. But you weren't watching the screen. There was a live feed, and it was actually just him on his face and his body, right? Like in his seat. And I remember tuning in a couple of times, and you know, he went between boredom to sleeping to intense watching. But I do remember that there was this one moment where I think he was watching one of the first films he did, and he was laughing and he was smiling, and you could actually see the joy on his face. And this went on for like a couple of days, I think it was. And personally, I thought that was an exceptionally cool piece of performance art. Most people know him for having the bag on his head that says, "I am no longer famous." There was another one he did where he was in a room by himself, no cameras, no anything, and you could go into a room with him and whatever for 5 minutes, where he actually says he was sexually assaulted by someone, but he didn't stop his performance. And that says a lot, I think, about him as kind of a performance artist. Maybe he's not a good actor, maybe he's not a good person, but as a performance artist, I actually really, really, really enjoy Shia LaBeouf's work. I just wanted to put it out there, like, some performance art is actually incredibly provocative and is just nice to look at, you know, so don't knock performance art. Performance art's actually really cool.
I don't know.
That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really large fart noises right now, it's art as long as I, like, really mean it. Damien fixes him with a hard stare. I was going to start making fart noises, but based on the look of your face, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd. Wise.
Oh.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can, and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lulled me into false insecurity. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's a lot more appropriate imagery. Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses. Mostly boats. Really? Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool. What about you, Ken? Food artistry, landscapes, or tasteful nudes of the artist?
Oh.
Art is a money-making business. I know what sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys, good art. Good art! Agreed.
Oh.
See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I hadn't decided to deal with my inevitable cheese over. Man, I've had cheese overs.
Welcome.
You've got dads. I love this game so much. I'm gonna stop. All right, let's message Brian and maybe go on our final date. You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse dad book for a while. Are you ready? Yeah, save and continue. Let's go. I'm very much enjoying this. I spend the day lounging around the house in my bathrobe and slippers, committed to enjoying my day off as a testament to dad laziness around the world. Third coffee of the day and doing my second word jumble in pen. Man, is this the life. Hey, this one spells door. You're still taking me to the fair later, right? There's a fair? Ugh. Dad, it's literally around the corner from us. It's not ringing a bell. I came home yesterday with cotton candy. Nope, nothing. Ugh. I gave you a teddy bear that I won, specifically stating where and when I got it. Seriously? Man, walks to the windowsill and slides the drapes open. There's a big Ferris wheel in the distance. Oh, right, that one. I thought you meant another carnival. You're coming with me tonight, right? Gosh, honey, I don't know. I've got all this... I look down at the mug of coffee and word jumble in my hands. Pressing business I need to attend to. Amanda points from a word jumble. Park, dog, clock, cereal. I knew that. I totally knew that. The secret word that they all spell out is pool. Hey, you're pretty good at this. Now you don't have an excuse. You're coming with me. Amanda pushes me into my bedroom and forces me to change out of my bathrobe. Wear something nice. I want some arm candy tonight. Got it. And no flip-flops. Not after last time. We don't talk about last time. Amanda and I step outside and follow the faint sound of carnival music. So, what's the first thing you're gonna do at the fair? Eat greasy food. Like, deep fry everything and put it in my mouth. I don't care if it isn't tasty to start. I believe that the deep frying process can transmute any non-tasty thing into a tasty thing. Please don't throw up this time. I know my limits. You said that last time. I was still calibrating. I'm dialed in now. You'll ride the rides with me, right? If you're looking for someone to ride scary rides with, that's a straight veto from the dad constituency. However, I am happy to stand at the fence and take blurry pictures of you riding the rides as per dad custom. Define scary rides. Anything that moves. Well, you're no fun. Maybe I'll find someone at the carnival and go with me. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Yeah, maybe one of your friends from school will be there. Like, who's that one with the eyebrows? Teresa? She's got mono. What about the one with vapes? Alex got suspended for vaping in the school bathroom. Well, I heard carnival rides are fun as a solo rider. No one to puke on. Or will I? What? Hey, look, we're here! The carnival is packed with people from all over town tonight. Screaming kids run around with cotton candy and buckets of soda clutched in their grubby fists. Colorful lights flash all around us. I feel like just smelling the air will clog my arteries. Hey, let's go over to those greasy food carts first. Amanda leads me by the hand in what seems like a very specific direction. I know my favorite one is around here somewhere. Wait a second. Is that Brian? Wow, look who it is! Sure enough, it's Brian and his daughter Daisy. Brian has the same confused look on his face that I sure have. What a coincidence that we all happen to be here at the same time in the same exact place. Wow, this is so weird. Can you believe we just happened to come to the carnival on the same night at the same time? Yes, Daisy, that's so strange. How bizarre. Brian. Ken. I can feel my competitive fire burning inside me again. Last we met, Brian made a fool of me by besting me at fishing, and out humbling me in front of my very own daughter. I still want that pole saw. There's plenty of Midway games here. Okay, how about we hang out as a team and explore the carnival together? Yes, Amanda, that sounds like an amazing idea. Let's all go and do stuff. Together. Amanda and I follow Brian and Daisy as they lead us towards some rides. I can't believe Brian's here. Dad, you need to relax. Daisy and I have been spending a lot of time together. She helps me with my algebra homework and I've been corrupting her young soul with rock and roll music. She's really cool, but you and Brian won't stop complaining about each other. Oh, he's complaining about me. No, Dad, that's not what I meant. If you and Brian would just talk to each other, maybe you would see that you have a lot in common. See, now I gotta turn up to 11. Brian's getting obliterated. Dad, you have to chill. Please chill for my sake. I'm chill. I'm so chill. I'm like, stupidly chill. And once I prove once and for all that I'm clearly the better dad, I'll be so chill you could call me liquid nitrogen. Damn. I will destroy him. Dad! I spot the entrance to the Midway. A perfect opportunity. Not a word of a lie. I'm extremely competitive. And so is my husband. So we actually do take it in turns to try and destroy each other. I'm feeling like I'm just dating my husband right now. Hey, Brian, check it out. Want to get a couple of games in? That sounds fun. Maybe a little. Friendly competition? No, we want to check out some clowns. Over there. Amanda, you're scared of clowns. Overruled. Ugh, fine, sure. Let's play some games. But if we spend the whole night in there, I'm filing for emancipation. I'll lighten up. I'll win you something nice. And I'll win you something nice too, Daisy. I'll win more nice things than Brian. I'd like to see you try. Brian and I glare at each other. It's the sexual tension. Just come on. We've been at it for longer than I like to admit. Amanda and Daisy sigh heavily as each new game Brian and I challenge each other to. Their arms overburdened with stuffed animals and t-shirts with rainbows airbrushed into them. For every game I win, Brian seems to answer back. Ugh. Dad, please, enough. Just one last game, honey. So, Ken, we're tied. What's the ultimate prize? I spot it from across the midway. We lock eyes. It swims absent-mindedly in a bowl of water. That goldfish will be mine. Amanda, how about I win you a goldfish? If it'll get us out of here, great. I look over at Brian. We don't say a word, but our locked eyes confirm it. The person who wins the goldfish wins the night. Looks like it's skee ball. You any good? I am the best skee ball player to ever grace this earth. Think you can handle me? Still willing to put up your weed whacker? Only if you're willing to part with that pole saw. Long grooming equipment goes to the skee ball champ. We share an earnest shake.
Ski that ball.
Ski the ball! Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually not that good at skee ball IRL. This is a pretty good version of skee ball, damn. I'm not going for the hundreds. Fuck that noise. Oh, poopy. What'd I get? What'd I get? What'd I get? S-rank! I got the skills! The bell sounds and lights flash. It feels like things are moving in slow motion. The guy running the booth points at me. I look to Brian and his face is priceless. The attendant reaches up and dumps the goldfish into a plastic baggie. My hands shake as he passes it over to me. I've done it. I've finally done it. The fish is mine. The pole saw is mine. Victory is mine. I've bested Brian. You won, fair and square. I hold the goldfish above my head, brandishing it aloft for the world to see. I have achieved the title of Peak Dad. I am the Alpha Dad. Fathers around the world cower before my patriarchal superiority. I invite any dad to come for my crown, for I will most assuredly defend it. I get down on one knee and hold out the goldfish to Amanda. Daughter dearest, whatever shall you name your newfound friend? Amanda takes the baggie from me and stares at it blankly. I think I'll name him... Amanda looks me dead in the eye, unblinking. Brian. Brian holds back a chuckle. Brian the man, not Brian the fish. Great name. You know what? Hey, can we go to the Ferris wheel? Yeah, I want to ride the Ferris wheel. Of course. I'll hang out and watch you guys. Still not a fan of carnival rides. I'd be happy to ride some rides with your kids. I'm just kidding. I love carnival rides. I'm the best at them. We traverse the fair and end up at the relatively short line for the Ferris wheel. Doesn't seem like a very popular ride. Daisy and Amanda chat excitedly. I can feel Brian glaring at me. So, how'd you do on the trick final? Way better than I thought I would. Those cosine problems still trip me up, so I drew a cat instead of answering the question. My teacher gave me a point for effort. Wow, is high school really that easy? Absolutely yes. School of Hard Knocks, though? That's another story. Mad playfully punches Daisy on the arm. Welcome to the streets. You check out that art book I gave you? Yeah, I love that section on female photographers. You have good taste. You know, I bet your photos will be in a book someday. Daisy, stop or I'll cry. They're too cute. Next. Amanda pushes me forward. You first. I sit down in the carriage. And now you! Daisy pushes Brian in the carriage next to me. Before I could say anything, the ride operator closes the gate. Now wait just a second! We're gonna go get some deep fried pickles. You two take this time to work out your differences. Hold on. Get along! Amanda and Daisy run off into the crowd. The ride starts moving. I love it when my teenage daughter makes me sit with a dude. I sit in the Ferris wheel with my arms crossed, not talking to Brian. I don't even know what Amanda's talking about. Neither do I. Our carriage creeps slowly upward. Ferris wheels are boring. Could this ride go any slower? Oh, is it too fast for you? That's not what I meant. How could this get any worse? Suddenly, the ride jerks to a halt with us at the very top of the wheel. I could hear the faint yell of the ride operator down below. Sorry, folks, ride's stuck. Guess raccoon must have stolen the key component in the motor. Very crafty animals and are frequently attracted to shiny objects, so it makes sense that they would pilfer something like that. Anyway, it'll be some time before we can get y'all down, settle in, and get cozy. Well, and hey, no hand stuff while you're up there. Well, and no mouth stuff either. Well, this is just great. I look down over the expanse of the carnival. I hate to admit it, but it's a pretty good view. I spot someone down in the food cart melting cheese onto a pile of steaming steak and peppers. Oh man, I'm so hungry. Why didn't we get funnel cake first? My stomach rumbles. Oh, I know that sound. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls up some fruit leather, offering it to me. Cherry or mango? I don't want your stupid fruit leather. Brian opens one and starts eating it. Fine. My stomach growls again. God damn it, why didn't I take the fruit leather? We sit in silence as a crowd begins to form under us. A group of carnival workers attempts to restart the engine. I suddenly remember that I have a tiny book of word jumbles and a golf pencil in my pocket. I pull them out and start working on a fresh page, determined not to look at Brian. Hey, I always bring a puzzle book with me too. Brian pulls out a small book of crossword puzzles and a pen. Are you kidding me? I throw a book of word jumbles off the side of the Ferris wheel in a fit of rage. Ooh, I bet we can find it when we get off this thing. Here, you can do my crosswords. Brian holds his book and pen out with me with a smile. Absolutely not! Why do you hate me so much? Hate you? Why do you think you're better than me? What? I don't think I'm better than you. Oh, okay, so you were just offering me fruit snacks and crosswords out of the kindness of your heart? Yes? A likely story. All you do is brag about your smart kid and your landscape and your stupid weed whacker. I'm sick of it. And all you do is one-up me every chance you get. The only thing I wouldn't win is a one-upping other people's competition. Because you would win that. Because what's what you do? I don't do it on purpose. Wait, what? You're messing with me, right? No. But
I don't know about that.
I don't think I'm better than you at all. You and your daughter are amazing. I thought we were competing just for fun at first, but the more we started doing it, the more it felt like you must hate me. And the more we did it, the more I wanted to impress you. There were times when I did want to beat you, Ken, but really all I wanted was for you to like me. Oh my god. I feel like such an ass. Be honest with Brian, be honest with yourself, or be an asshole. Be honest with Brian. I let my competitive spirit get in the way. Actually, no. I let my own insecurities get in the way, and I've been a huge dick to you for no reason. I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I think we could be really good friends if I could ever make it up to you. I respect you a lot. We sit in silence for a second. Can we start over? What do you mean? From the beginning. Brian holds out his hand. Hi, I'm Brian. I take his hand and shake it vigorously. Hey Brian, I'm Ken. It's really nice to meet you. Great shirt. Thanks, Ken. Brian and I look at each other. We both share a smirk over this silly little game. It feels good to be on the same side for once. Alright, folks, thanks for being patient. Turns out the raccoon didn't steal apart, but was instead still rummaging around in the inner workings of the engine. We formed a very yet mutual beneficial truce. The carriage starts moving. We find ourselves down on dry land in no time. Brian and I wander around for a bit, looking for Daisy and Amanda. You know, getting stuck on that Ferris wheel could have been a lot worse. I'm glad we worked things out. Me too, buddy. Now that's over with, we can both get home to quietly enjoy our evenings. Agreed. Dad! Amanda and Daisy run up to us. I think you kids will be pleased to find out that Brian and I have worked out our different... Dad, that's great and all, but Brian's in trouble. But Brian's right. The fish, Brian! What? Daisy and I got on the log flume, and when we were going down the hill, Brian just flew right out of the log, and now he's hanging from some pipe on the ride. We have to save him. But Brian's right. The fish! Brian the fish! Oh, right. Come on! We sprint over to the log flume, spotting Brian. The fish? Stuck up in the rafters of the ride. We'll get you down, little buddy. We have to get Brian before the fair closes. Who knows what'll happen to him? But the fair closes in 10 minutes. I guess we need to hustle then. What's the plan? Well, one ride around the track lasts 90 seconds. Brian's hanging from a pipe right above the drop, so you'll have a window of about 10 seconds to grab him. Wow, did you just do all that math in your head? That's really impressive. I just counted. It's not that impressive. I'm so proud of you, honey. Okay. That raft is pretty high up. How are we gonna reach him? We'll think for a second. I've got it! Brian runs over to the midway, to the last game that we played, and snags the pole from the game attendant they used to grab stuffed animals. I think this'll do the trick. Amanda presses 2 ticket stubs into my hand. Oh. Here, these are our last 2 tickets. Brian's fate is in your hands now. There's no time, come on! Brian leads me by the hand to the entrance of the log flume, getting there just in the nick of time. Looks like you guys are the last ones. We take our seats on the slippery vinyl. The ride operator pulls the bar down over our laps. You ready for this? The log starts drifting down the fake river. Unnaturally blue water sloshes over the sides, soaking my shoes. This is gross. You know how earlier I said that I was the best at carnival rides? The ride jerks forward and I let out a yelp. That might have been an embellishment. Our rickety log makes a slow climb up the track for the most grueling minute of my life. Pardon me. I see him! Hanging from the rafters just before the drop is our beloved Brian. The fish, not the guy. Are you ready? I don't think I can reach it from where I'm sitting. It's all you, buddy. Brian presses the fishing pole in my hand. Oh god, I don't know if I can do this. Hey, I believe in you. I gulp. I can do this. Oh no.
Nice match.
That's all I had to do. With the precision only attainable from playing midway games at a competitive level, I hooked that baggie that contains Brian the fish and placed it onto my lap. I did it! I grasped the bag firmly. He'll be nice and safe during the drop. Oh god, the drop! I momently forget there was a drop. It's a big drop. Oh god, it's coming over real fast. So many, it's a big drop! So when I told you that I had so over-exaggerated proficiency with carnival rides, turns out that I had to under-exaggerate just how bad I am with them. I am utterly and completely terrified of carnival rides. Brian looks over at me and takes my hand in his. I'm right here. We can do this. He gives my hand a squeeze as our log tips over the edge and flies down the drop. Ah! Hope you enjoyed that scream. A wall of water rains down on us. I realize I had my eyes squeezed shut and open them to find Brian still holding my hand. He smiles at me. That wasn't so bad. Told you we would make it. Brian and I walk off the ride and approach Daisy and Amanda. I hand the baggie to Amanda. Brian! Hey! No, the fish.
Okay.
I mean, hey, thanks for saving the fish. Don't thank me. That was all your dad. Aw, shucks. It was a team effort. Yeah, you used all your special skills to get him back. Brian got the pole, Daisy did the math, and you got the fish. I didn't get to do anything cool. Well, honey, I'm sure you... Hey, what were you guys doing up there? That was totally dangerous. Amanda steps in front of us all and plants her feet. Listen, dude, it might have been totally dangerous, but I'll have you know that we triumphed over more than just your silly rules today. We overcame adversity through teamwork and friendship and love. We banded together to achieve a common goal, and here we stand, stronger than some of our parts. And for you to... I actually don't care, the fair's closing, just get out of here. The ride operator wanders off. You really are a sparkling conversationalist. We join the crowd of fairgoers slowly ambling back to the parking lot. You kids want to stick around for the fireworks? Do we have to? I have never seen a child less enthusiastic about fireworks. Yeah, could we just go home? We've been hauling all these prizes around for hours. My back is killing me. You kids run on ahead. We'll catch up with you later tonight. Amanda and Daisy skip along. We'll probably find them later curled up on my couch and watching long-haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers. Brian and I sit down on the bench a little further away from the rest of the crowd, who've all gathered to catch the fireworks. Hell of a day, huh? You could say that again. Hell of a day, huh? This is the one time I will let you out-dad me. Ha! I'll take it. I breathe in the cool night air as the first of the fireworks launches and explodes in the sky over the fair. I'm glad we talked about all that stuff. Me too. It's good to have a friend like you, Brian. The fireworks launch into full swing, bursting around us in a rainbow of reds, greens, blues, and whites. There's one more thing I have to admit, though. What's that? I don't know anything about fishing. Brian bursts out laughing. Oh, buddy. I know. What? You knew the whole time? I mean, you weren't exactly subtle about it. I can feel myself blushing. He laughs again. It's okay. It was cute. If you're interested, maybe I could teach you sometime. That's what friends do, right? Ha! The laughter dies down and we watch the fireworks a little longer. I could tell he wants to say something, but he's having trouble getting it out. You know, it's kind of funny. What is? We're not fighting anymore, but I still feel like we've left some stuff unresolved. Oh, lawn mowing is still happening. We're cool now, but don't think I forgot about that. Brian laughs. No, it's not that. Don't you feel like there's maybe something else here?
Okay.
Or is it just me? Look at you, Brian. His smile illuminated by the crackling embers falling through the night sky. I suddenly understand what he's talking about. Oh. This whole time, with emotions running so high, I realized what I've really been feeling. What I thought was jealousy was actually... It's not just you. Brian inches towards me. You know, it's hard paying attention to the fireworks when you're right here. He and I lean in and our lips touch. He places one hand on my shoulder, then another at the base of my neck, gently pulling me closer to him in a warm embrace. I feel safe. Brian pulls away from me for a moment and smiles. I guess now we get to compete over who's better at kissing. Brian stifles a laugh and pulls me in for another. I'll accept that challenge. Sure enough, when I get home, Amanda and Daisy are passed out on the sofa, surrounded by giant stuffed animals. Amanda's snoring drowns out the paranormal ice-road truckers still playing on TV. I turn everything off and throw a couple of blankets over the kids before heading to bed myself. Yeah! Date complete. Give me that S rank. Hell yeah!
Know how to make a dad blush.
Hell yeah! I got the achievement soft boy. Go on all Brian dates. Whew, I think I finally have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any moment now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Ken. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No. You asked too many questions. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried sending them in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the US government. Ugh. Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Aw, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figured you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorms, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of long-haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers? This is all 19 seasons! And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party! Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Yeah. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Hey, bro! Bro!
Oh.
This is a real rager taking our old age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wanted to pin on me because we look alike. I have your face. No one else will believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang out soon, yeah?
Nice.
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like we settled in this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything there, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. You comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Ken. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda go into her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do good things in art school. Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Oh.
You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah! I'm gonna break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit in the college just fine. Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table.
Oh.
Good stuff. Yep.
Oh.
See you later.
Hey.
Hey, man. Matt! Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread Kennedy's ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that.
Ah.
What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for sending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. So yeah, like the ending is basically depending on your friendship level with everybody and what you've done with them is different stuff you say. I see Daisy and Amanda in a corner party walk up to them. I swear, if you two are planning another parent trap, relax, Dad. We already won the game. We're just having a friendly chat. Tell me more about college. Slow down, kiddo. You're not even in middle school yet. I want to go to class in my PJs now. I mean, nothing's stopping you. But Daisy, I hear ya. I know you're stoked on college and skipping grades and taking over the world of science, but you gotta enjoy being a kid first. Growing up is weird and scary, and eventually you'll be able to rent a car, but you gotta get through middle school in one piece first. You know how you wish you were going to college? I wish I was in 5th grade. I want recess and snack time back. Cherish it while it lasts, girl. You got a big future ahead of you, but I don't want you growing up too fast on us, alright? Alright. Thanks, Amanda. I ease away slowly. Amanda seems like she has a handle on the situation. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting, and everyone seems to be eating their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy. But I could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me for everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this. And I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, Ken, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time! A man hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off to find A framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking, all our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we'd need at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience in my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid.
Nah.
Always do.
Ah.
Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us to down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
Ugh.
Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. I just got the world's best dad achievement for getting the good ending. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Brian is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Brian as the last guests make their way out of the party. Nice job. I couldn't have thrown a better party myself. I smile. So are we doing, like, opposite competition now? Yeah, we're just gonna compliment each other. Relentlessly. I bet you could do more push-ups than me. I bet you're better with computers than I am. I bet you could trim a tree faster than I could. I bet you could de-ice a sidewalk more thoroughly than me. I like this a lot better. Brian blushes. I nestle myself into the soft space between Brian's shoulder and chest. No matter how many times he washes that shirt, I bet he'll never get the smell of campfire out of it. Not that I mind. Got a long summer coming. Interested in some more fishing trips with me, Daisy and Amanda? As long as you'll save me again if I fall into the water. I'd be happy to. Gotta sneak in as much father and daughter time as possible before Amanda heads out. Also be careful. She's probably gonna try and steal your dog and take it with her to college. I also get the feeling Daisy might try to stow away in her suitcase, so watch out for that. The sunset casts a pink glow over everything and a quiet calm seems to descend upon my backyard. It reminds me of the lake. I'm glad we're not rivals anymore. Me too. Although I don't think I've ever been more productive than I was when I was trying to one-up you. Ha! Maybe a little friendly competition is what we both needed. I sigh and nuzzle against Brian a little harder. I am the cuddle champion. We'll see about that. Yay! Oh my god! We did it! We got our romantic bear! We did it, guys! Oh my god, I'm just gonna turn it down a bit. Oh, I have the warmest fuzzies right now. And I really, really wish my husband was not working, because I want to hug him so bad. There is nothing like feeling safe when you're snuggled up against somebody. And I guess I'm gonna be really soppy right now and say that that's how I always feel with him. I'm gonna cry. God damn it. No, I don't want to cry. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. That was great. That made me happy. Hey! Got the good picture. You're the best, Pops. Amanda. Look at that bear! Hell yeah! Oh, that's hot. I'm sorry, that is really hot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright! That was Dream Daddy! I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. That was absolutely wonderful. It may come back to the channel, I don't know. Maybe we'll seduce another dad sometime. But until then, hope you guys get what you deserve. I hope you find love. I hope you find safety. And I hope you find really good friends. This is the Bella Bunny signing off. Wishing you a Very dreamy daddy. Good night.